Let's learn some cybersecurity. All right, guys. So I've been doing a whole series on malware, which is malicious code designed to perform some kind of malicious activity, cause some kind of harm. I've already talked about what a virus is, what a worm is, and what ransomware is. And now let's talk about Trojan horse malware. All right, guys. So Trojan horse malware, just as the name implies, it's derived from the great Trojan horse story from Greek mythology. Essentially, what a Trojan horse malware is, it's malicious code masquerading as a legitimate application or piece of software. Imagine going on a website and thinking you're downloading a legitimate version of Zoom, and then it installs and it's a working version of Zoom. But what's actually happening in the background is that installer came with malicious code that's running in the background and doing some nefarious things. So Trojan horse malware can do all types of things, just as we've talked about in the past. The Trojan horse is the way to gain entry into a system, but what comes after that can be anything from key logging to ransomware. And just like the other videos, what I like to do is talk about real world examples so you get a better idea of what I'm actually talking about. One of the more prolific Trojan horse malwares out there is called Zloader. People thought they were downloading legitimate software exactly like Zoom, and so they went on some kind of website, downloaded Zoom. A working version of Zoom was downloaded and actually operable, but little did the user know, malicious code also came with that package. So Zloader did a bunch of different things, but one of the most common things it did was act as a keylogger and steal credentials in real time as users entered them or typed them out into some kind of website or application. There were instances of Zloader also delivering ransomware, which we talked about in a previous video, which essentially encrypted all files on a system, and you had to pay a ransom to get those files back. Zloader also did some things like making your computer a part of an overall bot network, and we'll talk about that in later videos, but bot networks are essentially used to perform distributed denial of service attacks. So guys, Trojan horse malware, malicious code that's masquerading as something legitimate. You download it, you think you're getting an actual legitimate working version of software, and you are, but it's also coming with malicious code in the background. You might have no idea what it's actually doing. Best ways to protect yourself, aside from the things we've already talked about in previous videos, is really make sure you're downloading software only from trusted and verified vendor websites. Guys, I'm on here teaching cybersecurity. This is the kind of stuff you really need to learn if you want to become a cybersecurity professional. So make sure you follow and like, and let me know what else I need to talk about.